Okay, hello everybody. I'm Cartoon Conquering History Games, and welcome to just a little bit more streaming because the one earlier today ended up being kind of short. We're just gonna be chilling tonight and playing some Mario Kart. So let's just jump into it. So I think I'm gonna do some Grand Prix, and yeah, I'll do the 200 cc's, just kind of even though this is kind of casual, just so I can sort of learn how this works. What the heck? Oh, that's right, I got a new item. Cool. Alright, yeah, sure, we'll use that. The super gliders, I don't know, let's use the parafoil, it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, we'll just stream for a bit today. And, let's see here, eeny, meeny, miny, who cares? There's Rainbow Road, the old N64 Rainbow Roads there. Big Baroo. Let's do Baby Park, because I am Baby. And, yeah, we'll just chat, stream for a little bit, probably won't be long. So I was thinking we could talk about channel plans and also books, because I was dealing with book stuff today. And, there was also an election in the United States today. So we could maybe tentatively talk about that, if anybody's up for it. Oh, Link is riding high. Here we go! Okay. Good start, good start, good start. Yes, and baby, but good baby. Oh, shoot, damn. Red thing. Yeah, so this is I forgot this is a very unusual one. Good boost, good boost. I really might not even use these shells. I enjoy having them as a barrier. Okay, except, yeah, it looks like they're being taken away from me anyway. Aim this right. Oh, I think we're lapping some of the ones in the back. Gotta get an item, gotta get an item. No, wasn't able to get that quite enough. There we go, got the first place one. I'm in first now. Okay, but you see, it gets a little confusing because I don't know, you know, obviously I must be in front, but I'm also lapping some people. 6. Ah! Damn, they are right on my ass. Oh, shoot. Pick up those coins, pick up those coins, get the boost. Need an item, need an item, need an item, need an item. There we go, here we go. I need a clutch item here. Yes, get around and hit him. Oh no, third place now. Ooh, okay, at least I managed to squeak second, I think. Damn. Bowser defeated me, of course. That sucks. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Nobody in here. Oh, wait, if it's like been 10 minutes and nobody shows up, maybe then I'll stop the stream. Whatever. Oh shit, I didn't even see what's the name of this one. Oh, these guys, I was trying to pause, but I didn't have the... Okay, hold on a sec. Yeah, just resume it, whatever. Ooh, shoot. Here we go. Oh, I meant to use the freaking, Shit, I meant to use that shortcut. I think it was a shortcut there. Get the double... Oh, okay. Here we go, here we go. We're already picking back up. Get out of the way, Bowser. Here we go. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's a freaking shortcut right there. Alright, let me try to get in here. Mushroom, nice, nice. Oh my gosh, look at my freaking lead that I've opened up. And you see that? Oh, there comes that though. There you go. Wanted to get that coin, that's why I let go of the banana, even though I could have used it for protection. Nice, blue shell ain't hitting me. That's for suckers! Thanks for the coin, loser! Okay. Ah, somebody is here. Hello there, Hamtar. How's the day? I'm here. Cool, cool. My day was good. Unexpectedly had it off, so that's been my first, and it was like last minute. They told me not to come in, so that was an unexpected surprise. It was really nice, especially because, so this morning, today was an election today was election day in the United States. Kind of the news is mostly just talking about the Virginia governor's race, but there was stuff going on all over the country. Including here in Texas, where it was like we were voting on some props. Damn it! Is that freaking Bowser? Oh, I've got to at least beat Bowser, even if I don't get first. Shit, I'm not gonna get the item I need. Come on, no! Oh, they had the banana. Oh, and I forgot to boost around the corner. Oh my gosh, I'd had such a huge lead in there. ESPS, yeah. So I had the day off. Not like everybody. Yeah. So anyway, I got up early because, I never know when my days are going to end. So I got up early so I could be at my voting center first thing in the morning. And I forgot that they switched to a different place. So I went to the elementary school I used to go to vote. But yeah, and then I had to freaking I had to then, drive to the actual place that it was at because I went to the wrong one. But I was on my way there and my phone went off, and then I later checked it, and it was them saying not to come in today. And I went, okay, that's good because I'm already wasting my morning driving around, so it's nice to have a day off. Come here. There we go. Ooh, little tricky on those turns. Get out of here, villager. Fuck you. Gotta get these coins. Gotta freaking get these coins. Yeah, I'm not accelerating enough. Get the double item. There we go, villager. Again, I'm kind of okay with the villager hanging around. Better him than Bowser. Yeah, Bowser's the one who I gotta get ahead of. Am I Democratic, Republican, or a trapezoid? You guys know I'm not gonna talk about my personal political affiliations. But we can talk about the election overall. As far as I know, the Virginia governor's race hasn't been called yet. I'm not sure it will be called tonight. Because apparently there was like hundreds of thousands of mail-in ballots. So they're going to have to count those first. But it looks like the Democrats shit their pants on it. But, it kind of depends on the trends that you follow in history, you see, because Virginia... Fuck! I was in second, I squeaked getting third. At least Bowser lost, so I think am I in third place? I'm tied for third. Bowser... when was Tanuki Mario getting all those points? But anyway... Yeah, so Virginia is kind of weird because they have odd year elections, so they're not like most of the United States. Until that election in 2013, the Virginia has this really interesting stat. Virginia does not vote for the party that's in the White House for governor. That happened in 2013, but that was the first time it had happened since like literally the Nixon administration. I was checking the stats on that earlier. There we go. Here we go. Ooh, God, I'm not getting it. I've only got one coin. This freaking sucks. I'm doing so bad about getting coins. Come on. There we go, get them. Boost there. Oh, very nice. Get me into first place. Yes. Got my, wow, third coin while I'm on my second lap. Like, almost done with the second lap. I'm doing amazing. Boost. Give me another coin. Give me, oh, yeah, that's great. Down to 4 fucking coins again. Just love to see it. Love to see it, as my friend says. Woo! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, fuck you. Oh, and I didn't even get the item. I'm screwed. There comes Ludwig with the bullshit. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, really? Was that enough to be in the radius? Explosion radius. Yeah, it's kind of always, it's like a tradition in the United States to, whenever one party, wins, the presidency, the other party will, like, in reaction, do pretty good in a midterm year in the follow-up. Did I literally just do worse every race than I did the one before? Damn, that was fucking, that was, I got first anyway. It was gonna be impossible to beat him. Nobody's here. There's one person here, but maybe not. I'm gonna give this 5 more minutes and I'm just gonna end the stream to do other stuff with my life. I just wanted to know if people want to chat. I'm gonna go read a book. I haven't done my reading of the Divine Comedy today, so there's 2 books that I'm trying to sort of reread before the end of the year. I'm trying to make my way through War and Peace. That's the main one. Oh, I got 3rd. Hey, that's something. Yeah, so I think I've told this a couple of times already, but I found out this year that I was hold on, do new Grand Prix. Let's do somebody else. I want to save Mario for when I'm better. Baby Mario, I am baby. Ooh, that Silver Arrow looking good. Do a book reading stream. I've done a reading of the Communist Manifesto stream. Do Wario Stadium. So I was, I found out this year that I have actually not read War and Peace. I thought I had read War and Peace, but I apparently read a severely abridged version. And even that was years ago. So, I got my hands on an unabridged version, and I've been reading it, and my goal is to finish it before the end of the year. I would the plan was that I wanted to start in November reading it, and then I was gonna woo! Come on, come on, come on. And then I was gonna, try to be done by the end of the year. So I think I did the math, and I had to read like 21 pages a day to do that, which really doesn't sound like much, except I should also say that I am annotating along the way, like a ton. Usually when it comes to my books, like literature is not the same as history, but for example with history books, unless it's something I'm really going into, I'll maybe just annotate a little bit of the beginning and the end of the book. But some books get the special treatment of I'm just like scribbling all fucking over them. And so War and Peace was one I decided to make it one of those kinds of books. Get that banana up. It's gonna save my ass. Alright. And so yeah, it's like we're talking about 27 annotated pages. Of course, I'm not like forcing myself to annotate. Anyway, so yeah, the idea was that I was going to do, the plan was, okay, November 1st, I'm going to start doing, 21 pages a day at least of War and Peace to finish it before the end of the year. And so then today is, what day is today? The, November 2nd? And I'm already on like page 180. So I'm enjoying it, is what I'm saying. But I'm still gonna like try to set myself a goal. Like even it's like, oh, I don't care if I read a fucking 100 pages the day before. I'm gonna still read at least like 21 or 22 or whatever the math was. I wrote it down somewhere. I have it on a piece of paper. Uh, if I finish it early, so be it. Oh no, finished a book earlier than I thought, but I'm trying to really, really enjoy it, and I have been so far. Um, I've gotten through the peace section at the beginning, and I'm in the war section now. Oh shoot! Nice, first place. Jibber jabbering seemed to have helped. Uh, but it's just one of those things that first off, I'm reading what's now an unabridged version, so I'm seeing scenes that I never did before. But also because I'm older, life happens to you. There's things that I just understand better as I get older in Tolstoy's work. Whoop. And so the other thing I'm trying to do is kind of also technically a reread, but not really. Is many years ago, I tried to sit down and get through the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, or however the fuck it's pronounced. And I really, really had it as a goal. Like, I'm going to read the fucking Divine Comedy. I'm going to do it all. And I had this nice edition, which I think was given to me as a gift, of the Divine Comedy. It was one of those Barnes and Nobles like leather bound classics they have, which was a pretty good price. I think now these days they like sell those for $20-$25 usually, sometimes more. But at the time they were like you can buy them for like $10 or $15. And it was which is the translation. It's a translation that gets praised. For example, Will Durant, who this amazing, great history and philosophy author, huge fan of his. He recommends in his Great Minds and Ideas, one of his essays, to do the Longfellow translation of it. Let's see, Divine covers his journey through heaven and hell. Yes, so most people only think about the Inferno, where he's going through hell, because it's like, oh, that's cool, there's like fire and people getting tortured and stuff. But nobody really thinks about Paradiso and, Purgatorio and Paradiso, because he goes through Purgatory and then he goes to heaven. And the whole thing is that it's a journey. It's this whole full thing. Come on! Fuck, I am absolutely blowing it on this course. Oh, yeah, just the one bit of yellow in this ice scape. Let me just go ahead and hit that. Great, I got one coin too. And now this red shell's going to hit me. That's terrific. Anyway, so I was trying to get through the Longfellow translation, and I just couldn't do it. I should say I did do it. I got through Inferno, but by the time I got through Inferno, and I was just continuing to grind my way through Purgatorio, I just went, you know what? I don't like this. 11th place. That's fucking great. I don't like this. I can't do it. And so I just put it on my shelf, and I said one day I'll try again. And I never got around it because anytime I would try to pick it up, it just wasn't doing it for me. And so I decided to try a different translation. Now, apparently this is something that's pretty common that happens with at least English speakers reading the Divine Comedy, is they end up owning, if they like it, they own multiple translations. And I know I do that with some books. Like, for example, I think the first book that I had multiple translations of in my life was, I have 2 copies of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo with different translators. Anyway, so I decided to pick up a different translation, the John Chiaridi one. So I really like how John Chiaridi organizes it. His at least the edition I have, they're very cheap. Whoop, because they're Signet Classics, and Signet Classics are like these cheap books, but they're good though. They're nice, you're. But the way the Chiandi guy, or however the fuck his name is, Chiardi, does the Divine Comedy is every canto, which you could think of like as a chapter. Every chapter begins with him summarizing what's going to happen in that chapter, and then he doesn't have footnotes. He doesn't have endnotes either, though. Every chapter has its endnotes. And each of these cantos is like, just a few pages long, like 3 pages, right? So you have very close to where you're reading the notes that are necessary to give you like a reference for what's being said, which is nice because I think it's a good general rule when you're like reading an epic poem, you need those notes. So I was, but kind of what's more important is like in his introduction, he talks about translating the Divine Comedy, which is supposed to be very difficult to do because it's not like modern Italian. Obviously it's like Italian from the 13th century, but also the structures are very hard to translate either literally. Like it's like, do you want the beauty or do you want the meaning? Do you want the rhyming scheme? Like you have to pick and choose your battles what you want to bring along. So what Chiardi did was he said the comparison he makes in his introduction is he says, look, you could write a song on the piano and you could give it to a violin player to play. He's not going to be able to make his violin sound like the piano, even if the notes are literally the same. Like it's just a melody. It's not even like chords. So you've got to adjust the piece for the violin, and that's how he described translating the Divine Comedy into English. So what he does in his translation, which I actually have right here next to me, is he introduces the scheme that Dante uses, which is like ABA, BCB, etc. And he just does it in English. So obviously that's not going to be the same. He's got to probably force syllables and things like that. But it makes it much, much easier to read. And then along with his notes, and they're very good notes, it makes things flow so much better. So I've been trying to read. And I want to take my time with it because it is a journey. I'm just going to be reading one canto a day, like very deliberately, because they're very short, and I'm not going to try to rush through it at all. In fact, I'm deliberately slowing myself. So it's like I'm just going to do one canto a day. There's 33 cantos in each of them, except for, obviously, except for the first one. Well, not obviously, but the first one has 34, so it's 34 plus 33 plus 33 is 100 cantos. So it's basically I'll go through the Inferno in November. I'm going to do Purgatory in December, and then January will be spent in Heaven, which hopefully will be a good omen for the future or something. Yeah. All right, last race. And then I think I'm just going to call it, because, there's only like a couple of people here. But isn't modern Italian basically like 20 different languages? I heard before people from different regions struggle to understand each other. Yeah, I think it's like more extreme in some areas than others. Like Siena, which is an Italian city, back when I studied art history, I had a professor whose specialty was not merely Renaissance art, but Siena itself. Like he lived there himself for many, many years. He wrote about it. But like Siena is notoriously isolated from the rest of Italy. So for example, while Italians tend to trend toward being blonde, the Sienese will trend brunette. So the so dang it, I got that mushroom. I could have used it to cut across. Hold on, I gotta scratch. So anyway, what was I getting at? The modern language. Yeah. So like their Italian is different, and you see those sorts of things not just in Italian, but in different languages around the world. Like Spanish is different words. The same word can mean different things sometimes in Spanish. So for example, this is an interesting one. Pasteles. So pasteles in Spanish means cake. And God, I'm so bad at getting coins. And so like if you said that in Spain, if you said that in Mexico, whatever, you're like, I'm going to get some pasteles, that means you're going to get some cake. But in Puerto Rico, They have a food called pasteles, which is this kind of think it's like structurally like a tamale, except that it's instead of the masa, it's got this kind of gelatinous thing around it, and you could have it around meat, but it could also be around like vegetables or whatever. Oh my gosh, they're gonna fucking catch up with me on this curve. I just fucked that up. Yeah, there we go. First place at the very end. I think I do a little better on Yoshi's Valley because on the N64 I used to do that cup a lot. Oh, still only got third place though. But yeah, like southern Italy and northern Italy, that's like a not just a cultural but a language break. France, since they kind of created like nationalized French is better. It's mostly the freaking what do you call it? The accents that are different. German, there's like, it's my understanding that, and I think I haven't talked to in real life German person in a few years now, but women from there, I'd be told how all Germans are basically bilingual, even if they don't know English or French or something. And the reason for that is that people tend to learn High German, but you also will know like your local dialect. I used to know more about that. Let's do just versus race. Let's just I don't know, see what we got here. Crimson Slim. Let's see, someone's saying I'm in Virginia. It looks pretty bad for the Dems. Well, without taking sides on it, yeah, the Dems are shitting their pants out there. You know, I'm interested in political stuff, and I'm happy to talk about it, just like in a nerdy way, because it's just interesting to see trends and ask, you know, okay, why is this gonna have happened? You know, think of it like, you know, it's like journalism. It's the first draft of history, right? So, like, maybe we can ask ourselves, why is whatever is happening in the elections happening? So, I think I brought this up earlier, how, like, Virginia, because Virginia does its governor's races in off years, and there's, like, a backlash against the, you know, after presidential elections is pretty common trope in American history. You know, like one party wins the presidency, and then the other party will win the midterm. The midterms that follow it on like a wave, be a red wave, blue wave, whatever. Come on. So, because Virginia votes for their governor in off years, they have only once since like the 60s, since the Nixon era, they've only once oh god, blue shell, stay away. I think it worked. Yeah, nice. I had a little box. The blue shell didn't hit me. I think that's gonna fucking clinch it for me. I'm kidding. I have to actually do it myself. But let's see. Here we go. Hey there, tenebrification. A fan of pulling their teeth in the form of a kart race, yeah. Okay, good to see more people coming in, alright. Cool moves. Yeah, so because Virginia, yeah, and I think that being in an odd year is, elections is a big part of the reason why, oh, this one's gonna definitely hit me. Yeah. Is why Virginia doesn't vote with the White House. I'll tell you what, though, it was a fucking pain this year. I was getting a fresh voter. Let's see. The last time the party in power won the Virginia governor's race was 2013, and it was McCauley, yeah. Modern Italy is what the Romans would call eternal disappointments. Alright, did pretty good there on the Excitebike. Let's check out what this Dragon Driftway is. Rock the dragon. See, McCauley made the race too much about Trump, and the suburbs seems to have swung back for the Republicans at least a bit. Well, from what I was seeing, just from the bit of reporting, is that education was the main issue in Virginia, and it's like critical race theory has been turned into like the wedge issue, so to speak, for the election. And again, because I've noticed a couple other people have entered the chat. I'm in no way talking about my personal political opinions. I'm just like we're just talking like, okay. We're people, like, okay, you gotta tomorrow, maybe you're gonna go on the news or something, and it's like a neutral station, and like you gotta say, okay, why did what happened last night happen? So you look at these things objectively. Like today, for example, I'm not going to talk about what I voted on today in Texas. There wasn't a governor's race, but there were 8 propositions on the ballot in Texas. I voted for them, or maybe against them. What I mean is, like, I voted for all 8, either for or against, but I'm not going to say what they were. Maybe they were all S's, maybe they were all No's. Which would be weird, because ideologically that wouldn't make sense to go all yeses on them or all No's, because, different ones have different things. Dang it. Really just gotta get those coins. Woo! But there were other races going on too. There was the New Jersey governor's race. There were several large cities that were voting for mayor today, which is like not really a federal job, but the United States has some big cities, and if you're the mayor of a big city, you're kind of in charge of more people than the governor of some states. Like I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, but I think I once saw a stat that said something like, if you're the mayor of New York City, you have executive power over more people than 17 governors or something like that. Just like a huge number. Of course, that doesn't translate to nationwide success. Like I think I was also seeing it something once where it was like the curse of New York City mayor, where I'm stuck on New York City. I guess it's because they're running today, but it's like if you become mayor of New York City, you never ever win shit at the federal level. It's like some sort of curse. Okay, but yeah, now that I'm not racing, let me look at the chat here. If I recall, the Divine Comedy is just fan fiction of Dante's journey into hell, where he critiques various historical figures with his best angel buddy. Funnily enough, his work is so popular that the version of hell is popular as the work of Dante's fan fiction. Yeah. Basically, it's fan fiction. Which is one of the reasons I finally ended up picking up a copy of the Aeneid, because I went, okay, if I'm going to read, like, Paradise Lost, and I've read, the Divine Comedy, those are fan fiction too, so I'll finally, read the Aeneid one day. The world's most successful fan fiction, perhaps. Let's see here. Hold on. What's going on here? Okay. Are we back? I'm checking. I think we disconnected there for a minute for some reason. Hope everybody can see me. I think we're back. Yeah, it looked like it was moving for me on the screen, so I think we are back. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. So anyway, what I was saying is, since we have our resident our resident librarian here, I wanted to pitch you something that I did today, and I was kind of inspired to do it by a library book that I have. So for those of you who haven't seen it before, first, like, for everybody here, so everybody could be in the conversation, I did a bookshelf tour on my other channel, Voyages in Time, and I showed my copy of Don Quixote there. But what some of you may not notice is that it was a Penguin Black Spine Classic. Very, very common edition. You see those in bookstores everywhere. You see, you'll see them in used bookstores everywhere, which is why I have so many. But that was one that actually used to belong to a library, and it's something I've never seen before or since. It is a hardcover of a Penguin Classic Black Spine. And I was looking into it, and apparently it was like custom made because, and it was one of those things I never even thought about until this year, where I was like, why is there no hardcover Black Spines? And apparently it was like custom made, like the book was it was an after factory kind of thing. Like whoever had the book, or I guess the library that used to have the book, took it somewhere and had it turned into a hardcover. Anyway. So it's beautiful. It's hey there, Ping. It's a beautiful edition. I love it. And you know, I've had it for many years now, and it's basically no wear and tear. And because it's not just a hardcover, it has like this laminating on it. And so then I'd had this idea, because it was a couple of things happened today. I'm getting all blah, blah. I had this idea. And I looked into it, and apparently I'm not the first person who's thought of it, and I found some videos on YouTube of other people doing it. I wanted to tape some paperbacks that I had. Paperbacks that I really enjoy, that I think look good, but are, damn, 5th place. But I'm worried about their spine cracking. Like, I got a lot of books with cracked spines, but as I get older, like, it's like, oh, if it's a nice copy, I don't want it to crack. This is a personal thing. Some people love the spine cracking, but in my experience, when that spine cracks, eventually the book just always opens to that page, and then the glue comes apart and it falls out. So I ended up. So the book that I was most concerned about was this. I managed to get my hands on a Penguin Classics edition of Edmund Spencer's Fairy Queen. Let's do Neo Bowser City to lock it out. And so I put packing tape on the spines and the edges. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to take that off, but it's not like I plan to have that book for life. So I just wanted to, Tenebrae, if you had any thoughts on this. Me just babbling. I'm just babbling. Probably going to call it a night after this race, actually, because I did stream earlier. Yeah, I ended up taping that. I ended up taping my copy of Empire of Liberty, which is the only non-hardcover copy of the Oxford History of the United States that I own. And that book is so huge and thick that, like, I swear sometimes when I've been reading it, I can hear the spine just creaking, going, the pain. So heavy, share the load. Dang it. Ugh. I couldn't get the item. Oh, by the way, PenKitten82, I hope I didn't stir up too much shit. I haven't looked at it in your post that you did yesterday with the No Nut November. I decided to try to. For those of you who haven't seen it, PenKitten82, he does funny community posts pretty frequently, and he had a No Nut November related one. So I decided to call, and I thought it was funny, but I decided to stir some shit and go, as a no-fapper, and I find No Nut November unironically disgusting, which I actually do. I think like there are some good jokes about it, but really like the No Nut November people and the people who hate the No Nut November people, meaning like they're like, no man, you can coom all you want, bro. I find them both very annoying. But I basically tried to passive aggressively start up some shit by doing the as a no fapper, because I wanted to see if people would start saying you fucking you're too good to jerk off or something. And some people think when I say I'm a no fapper that means that like I'm celibate or something. Which is not, like, the whole point is, like, you don't fap because you do just go out and get laid if, anyway. Ugh, third place, fucking hell. Well, on occasion when it's really slow, we start taking the book from the back. that we have been damaged in some way or another and begin repairing them. Oh, how interesting. I had to do a little bit of book repair recently. In that big book spending spree that I told you all about, I was picking up some Schopenhauer, who is not really somebody I've read before, even though I know he's influenced other philosophers that I've read and is also a rival of other ones that I've read. Let's talk about Hololive. Sure, hit me. I like talking about Hololive. They're so fun. It's like Japanese Looney Tunes. Anyway, so so I was getting these works of Schopenhauer, which I found out were edited. I found out like there was a version of them that was edited by Will Durant, who's an author I really, really like. There's funny clips of Koroni. Her costume was a chibi giant head of herself. What? I've only seen the Mume ones where she's a ghost so far. Anyway, so the Schopenhauer came in, but like I guess it probably was only printed once, at least that specific edition. So it came in and it was in this nice looking hardback, but the spine was like ripped off, or like but not the glue, the part that, or the sewing, whatever holds the pages together, but the outer part was like torn off and hanging like on a hinge. So I spent a little time today fixing that. All right. Anyway, that sounds pretty funny. Yeah. Hololive's been on a heck of a roll. Really brought out her narcissism. Speaking of the giant head, just makes me think of what do you call it? Superman, with Marlon, the Christopher Reeves ones with like Marlon Brando. My son. Yeah, I didn't do a Halloween costume this year. I knew that it was on a Sunday, and I knew, basically there was just other things keeping me far too busy. I think only like one of my friends really was going to do anything either. But next year, I plan on doing something really extravagant. I just need to narrow it down. How did everybody else spend their Halloweens? I said I'm doing a versus. I'm just going to do a couple of these. Let's do some Rainbow Road. I'm going to do like 2 more races and call it a night. But yeah, like I spent my actual Halloween, like on the Sunday night, I spent it reading some Edgar Allan Poe to get spooky with skeleton makeup on itself. We don't get trick-or-treaters where I live. Oh, too bad. Yeah, I don't really get them either because I live in an apartment. It's kind of awkward. People just go to the suburbs. But skeleton makeup's good. It's a classic. Skeleton makeup's always been really fancy where I live because I was born and raised in El Paso, Texas. So like Dia de los Muertos is a big deal here, so people really go all out with the the skeleton makeup often. Has anybody heard the story about me and the girl with the skeleton makeup where... Yeah, I've told that story before. Never mind. I think I've told that story too many times. It's a great one, though, I think. All right, get that shortcut. Yes. Oh, yes. Boosting. Oh, you freaking kidding me? Oh, the star's gonna get me. Yeah, I spent actual Halloween on Sunday reading some Edgar Allan Poe, which I ended up posting some. I had actually meant to read a different book to get in the spooky mood, but I left it with somebody, so I need to pick that up from him. Here, Mexicans celebrate Day of the Dead mostly to differentiate ourselves from Cubans. I remember once was watching this. There was like a sitcom on TV, and this Mexican guy was married to a Cuban woman. And at one point, him and his father-in-law are talking about something, and the father's like, "Yes, I'll help you. Mexicans and Cubans have always stood together." And he goes, When? When has that ever happened? And he goes, I guess at your wedding. Whoop! Or stood side by side, that was the phrase, yeah. Yeah, I think it's I know about it because I grew up in a border town, but I think most people don't understand. Like, people think of the Latino population, Hispanic population, however you want to phrase it, population, first place, baby, yeah. As like that was George Lopez. Yeah, that was it. I remember because it was back when, I just had the basic. Growing up, we just had the antenna channels. So yeah, it was like George Lopez. That was the one. So the what the heck was I saying? Wait, let me pick up. Let's do Bowser's Castle. It's hard to think of things and also race. But yeah, that Latino, Hispanic people, whatever, they don't like being referred to by other nationalities, ethnicities. I guess you say, don't think somebody from Cuba is Puerto Rican or freaking Salvadorians, Hondurans, Cubans, etc., don't mix them all up with each other. They tend to get pissy. But then they call all Asians Chinito, so that's a whole other thing. But don't call me El Salvadorian when I am Guatemalan. Excuse me, something caught in my throat. Okay. Get the coin. So bad at grabbing the coins. You really need them. Oh, ghosty there. Did you see that? Or are they just spinning mushrooms? Alright, blue shell going by. Blue shell going by. You can't see me, bro. Whoop. Boost! That was awkward. Ah, but he took the item. See, we've got a special brand of racist. Oh, you eating the royal wheat? Yeah. Well, I think I've said this before, again, from the experience of growing up in a border town. Like, if somebody told me, hey, Conquering History Games, paint a picture. Like, here's your oils and whatnot. Paint a picture of what you think a racist person in America looks like. And I'm sure a lot of people would, I don't know, they'd paint a Klansman or something. Aha, Klansmen, they're racist, so I'll draw a picture of one. For me, I would although how do you draw a picture of somebody? I would draw a light-skinned Latino person with a six-figure income. Those are the people, being born and raised in El Paso, Texas. Those are the people who will say the worst shit. Oh, it's gonna hit me in freaking midair. Protect me, protect me. Oh, nice! The banana no, we got hit with the red shell. I think if I could boost here, I could still get ahead. No, the star screwed me! Ah! When Latinos join the KKK, that's when we fully assimilated in American society. But anyway, and someone else has showed up. Oh, I'll do one more race. One more race. I keep saying, no, I'm logging off. One more race. At the freaking in the cartoon history of, I think it was the United States. I think I've talked about the cartoon history books by Larry Gonick, which are kind of funny and actually unironically they have some good history in them. Oh, let's do Toad's Turnpike so I can get really pissed. Ted Bray, you basically took the words out of my mouth. The Irish at times were hated by the KKK, but they eventually got to join them. Yeah, there's a part where he's talking about, I think, like the resurgence of the KKK, because the original KKK was destroyed, but then they had a resurgence later. Um, but there's a part like it because it's a cartoon history. It's like a comic strip, and the guy, like the people going, it's like we don't like Jews, Catholics, Irish, Italians, um, or like just like listing a bunch of things, and this is like in the 20s when there were literally millions of people in the Klan, and then one of the Klansmen turns to because like all these different Klansmen are saying stuff like we don't like the Irish, we don't like the Italians, and then one of the Klansmen turns to the other and he says we sure don't like each other very much. And so I thought that was a funny. Oh shoot. Yeah, the second clan was much more powerful than the first. Well, I guess it kind of. I guess like the first clan was inspirational to like the anti-reconstruction measures, but in terms of sheer numbers and like how much political control they ended up having, I would say the second clan was definitely stronger. Although I admit that when it comes to American history, kind of, except for some top-down stuff. Oh, can I like? Is that a ramp? Can I like jump on that surfboard? It is a weak. It's got a little bit of. I don't want to say a blind spot, but I don't know as much about it as other things. Big lead, big lead. Hold on to it. Grip it, grip it, grip it, grip it. Big boost coming. Go away! Oh no! Oh, get on this ramp. Get on this freaking ramp. Why couldn't I get on the ramp? I like drifted away. It felt weird. Protect me, banana. Ha ha ha. I win. Okay. Woo! Okay, well that is, I think, a good place as any to stop it. I'm just gonna do my reading of the Divine Comedy for the night and call it an early night. Yeah, like I said, I donated some blood, so I'm feeling a little tired. Oh, I need to have a proper dinner, actually. Get some nice veggies and whatnot. But thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. Y'all have yourselves a nice evening, and I'm going to try to, by tomorrow night, get the first episode of a new campaign up. I think you guys are going to like it. The KKK is going to get mentioned in it, actually. Yeah. Good night. And happy Dia de los Muertos.